Yep. Here we are again. This is Eysele, my ass. Hi, Eysele. Nice to see you again. Take off your mask. It's okay. I mean, you're being careful. I understand that, but they're on the other side of the screen. It's okay. You're being. You don't need to wear it. Okay, so it's nicer, right? Okay. And when we're inside together, when we're bubbling together, you don't really need it. No, you don't need. So you yeah. Yeah. Yes, you and I are bubble. We're in the same bubble as, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bubbling with my ass, Eysele. Now, she likes stories, so we do these folk tales. Once upon a time, old time stories, and Eysele, you have beautiful long ears. You have really nice long ears because I know why. You like to listen to long stories. I know that. Yeah, yeah. What you wanted to say something too? You like my hair? You do? Yeah, you like my. Yeah, except it would look better in a garden, like a bush, right? Is that what you're trying? Oh, you have such a way with words, Eysele. Yeah, my Eysele got a problem with my hair. Well, look, it's a pandemic. It's hard to get a haircut. Okay. Yeah, so you don't need a haircut, do you? No, you always look your very, very best, right? So pardon my hair, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, Eysele thinks I look like a bush or something. So Jackie Simple lived with his mother, and he was both simple and lazy. Now, can I tell you how lazy he was? He was so lazy that when he watched TV, he didn't even turn it on. Now that's pretty lazy. Go, 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 go. And it drove his mother crazy, and he never did his chores, and he never cleaned up. And one day she said to him, Jackie Simple, I can't understand this. You never pick up your toys. I mean, you're 18 years old, and it's time for you to get a job. Well, poor Jackie Simple almost had a heart attack with the word job. Oh my goodness. So she said, get out of the house and get a job. So here comes Jackie Simple. By the way, I just wanted to tell you, there is a donkey in this story. I know you were going to ask me. Yeah, there is a donkey. There's an ass coming up, but you have to wait for it, okay? Yeah, they lived there, but they didn't have a donkey yet. So that's part of the story. So Jackie Simple gets off the couch, and there's his mother. Get a job, get a job. So here comes down the road, looking for a job. And there, as he passed a farm, there was a farmer outstanding in his field. Yeah? That's a really bad joke? It is, yeah. Yeah, what do you want? Be better? Okay, I'll try. It's hard. So there's a farmer outstanding in his field, and he calls out to Jackie Simple. He says, come on over here. I need someone to work for me. Jackie Simple jumps over the fence, walks over, and the farmer said, I'd like you to weed the garden. If you're looking for work, I can pay you with a big silver coin at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Anyway, Jackie Simple, for the first time in his life, he went to work. He pulled up the weeds in the garden, and the farmer was very pleased with him. And he said to him, you did a great job. What's your name? Jackie Simple. Good, Jackie Simple. Here's a big silver coin. And Jackie Simple took the coin, and he started on the way home, and he was proud of himself. He had worked really for the first time in his life. He's going to go show his mom. So he's walking along. He's got the silver coin. He's throwing it up in the air. Look at it sparkle in the sunshine. Reaches out as he was crossing over a bridge. Boom! Into the water goes the silver coin. I know. You would never do something like that. No, I know. Jackie Simple couldn't get the coin out, and he got home. And there's his mom standing on the porch. Jackie Simple, did you get a job? Yes, Mommy, I did. And did you earn some money? Because, we're poor. Yes, I had a silver coin, but when I crossed the bridge, I threw it in the air, and it went in the water, and I lost it. Oy, 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 Jackie Simple, don't be such a nudnik. Nudnik, yeah. That's not how you carry it. Next time, put it in your pocket. Yes, Mommy, next time I will. So, next day goes to the same farm, who was still outstanding in his field. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So here's the farmer. Jackie Simple, great to have you back. I have more work for you if you'd like. If you can milk the cow, I'll pay you with a big jug of fresh milk. Jackie Simple knew him. Thought he'd try. He learned how pretty fast. Milk the cow. You ever milk a cow? No, it's hard. You go. And at the end of the day, the farmer said, you did a great job. Here's a jug of milk. Now, Jackie Simple was, you know what he was? Yeah, he was simple. And so he remembered what his mother had said, and he took the jug of milk, and she had said, put it in your pocket. So that's exactly what he did. He poured all the milk down his pants, all of it. And he started to walk home, walk, slosh. And there's his mom waiting for him on the board. Jackie, simple, why's your pants all wet? What happened to you? You didn't have an accident, did you? He said, I'm 18 years old. No way. Well, what happened? He said, I put the milk in my pocket like you told me. Oh, Jackie, simple, don't be such a ninny-goony. Ninny-goony, yeah, that's what my mother used to say, ninny-goony. Yeah. She said, next time, carry it on your head. So, goes to the farm the next day. Hey, Jackie Simple, great to have you back. And I'd like you to churn the butter from the milk that you had milked the day before. Churns the butter. At the end of the day, the farmer says, Jackie Simple, take this kilo of butter and you can take it home to your mom. Well, he remembered what his mother told him. Yeah, he put it on his head. And by the time he got home, the butter had melted all down his head, all down his face. His mother stood there. So what's that stuff on your head and your hair and your neck and your eyes and everywhere? It's butter, Mom. It's a hot day. I put it on my head like you told me, and it melted. And she said, "Oh, son, let me explain. You are not a muffin. You're a man. You don't put butter on men and you put it on a muffin or something like that. Now next time wrap it up carefully and make a package and carry it home. You can sit for this part of the story. You'll come back in a minute, okay? Okay, you just sit there. Yeah, I know. You like to be in the story. I know that. But here, just sit and listen, okay? Says next time, she says, wrap it up in a package, carry it very carefully home. If it gets too hot on the way home and you're afraid it might melt or run, just cool it off in the water till it's firm again. Yes, Mommy, I will do that. And so to the farm the next day, there's the farmer, outstanding in his face. Jackie Simple, great to see you. Come on over here. And he gave him a job. He had to cut down some bushes and clear some land. And he says, at the end of the day, here's, I've got something nice for you. Comes the end of the day, Jackie Simple had worked very hard. And the farmer said, you did a great job. Here's a cat. Take it home. Well, he remembered what his mother had told him. And he made a package, and he wrapped the little cat up in the package. Now, cats, they don't like being wrapped up tight like that. They really don't. And the cat was all wrapped up, and Jackie Simple started walking down the road. Here's the cat all meow, 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 meow. I don't know. Anybody listening to this story, do you speak cat? Does anybody speak cat? I speak many languages. I speak cat. I speak dog. I speak ass. Yeah, you have to if you bubble with your ass. You got to learn. Meow, 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 meow. Which means, get me out of this package, you dummy. And so he comes along. And then the cat scratched a hole in the package, stuck its claws right up Jackie Simple's nose. He thought, oh, my nose. He thought the cat was getting a little overheated. So he came to a spring by the side of the road, and he remembered what his mother said. If it gets too hot, cool it off. So puts the cat in the water. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, what? You're worried about the cat. Yes, I understand. Well, don't worry. No animals were harmed in the telling of this story, so you can go back and relax, okay? So say goodbye, okay? So the cat was in the water. Meow, 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 ran away. Out, runs away. The cat's safe. Jack gets home. His mother says, what happened to your nose? Well, I got work for the farmer, got paid with a cat, scratched my nose, put it in the water, ran away, tells her the whole story, and she says, oh, my son. Sometimes I think you're a little mashugana, a little crazy. But Jackie Simple, you're a good lad. You keep trying. So I'll just tell you what to do next time. If just tie a string around its neck and just bring it home behind you. Now that seems so strange to me. I've never seen a cat on a piece of string or a leash. But anyway, some people apparently do that. I have a dog. I put her on a leash, but that's what she told him. So the next day he worked for the farmer, and the farmer paid him with a nice roast beef because he was working out in the barn doing something for the farmer. He says, here's a nice roast beef, take it home. And he remembered what his mother had told him. So he ties a string around the roast beef, and he's pulling it in the dirt and the dust and the stones in the road. All the way home, there's his mother. Jackie Simple, what'd you bring me today? What's that? Mom, it's a roast beef. Oh, yeah, it's a roast. It's a roast. It's a dirt ball is what it is, Jackie Simple, my son. Next time, well, let's keep it simple. She says, just carry it on your shoulder. Yes, Mommy. Eysele, you want to come for this part? You're going to like this part. Okay. So the next day's back at the farm. Hey, Jackie Simple, great to see you again. You've done a great job all week. Now, I'd like you to sweep and mop out by the porch there, and then I'd like you to go in the garden and pick some of the tomatoes, and then you're going to put in a full day, and I've got a really nice gift for you at the end of the day. Yes, sir. Did all the work. Farmer comes to the barn. He says, now, Jackie Simple, opens the barn door. He says, take a look. That's for you. And in the barn was a donkey. There's a nice gray ass, just like you. You. Any story with an ass in it is a good story. I know. Yeah, that's right. You like stories like that. Well, anyway, there was a nice donkey. I'm not saying it was quite as good looking as you, Eysele, but it was a nice looking donkey. And Jack looked at the donkey. Donkey looks at Jackie Simple, and Jackie remembered what his mother told him. So he crawls under the donkey, picks the donkey up, starts to carry the donkey home on his shoulders. He's walking along. Now, what I needed to tell you is that on his way to work that day, he had passed a rich man's house, and the rich man lived there with his daughter, and the daughter had one big problem. And she was beautiful, she was rich. In fact, just to tell you, she was as beautiful as the girls and the women watching this story right now on YouTube. And rich too, but she never laughed. That was her big problem. She never laughed. Not a giggle, not a grin, not a smile, not a chuckle, not a chortle, not a laugh, nothing. So the rich man was desperate. He put a sign on the door. She was about 18, same as Jackie Simple. And he put a sign on the door, says, anybody who can make my daughter laugh can ask her to marry him. He can't say she will marry him because it's up to her. But anyway, could ask anyway. So Jackie Simple sees the sign. Now we're back at this. We had to jump back ahead into the story, and he gets the donkey. So here he is walking down the road with the donkey on his shoulders, walking. What was his mother said? Carry it on your shoulders. And he comes all the way, not home, but to the rich man's house. The girl's looking out her window. She's always sad. See, looks out the window. And she sees something she had never seen before. A young man. By the way, he was good looking too. Then I don't want to embarrass anybody, but he was just as good looking as the boys and the men and the old men watching this story. That's it. Yeah, real good looking kid. Just a bit simple. And there on his back was a big gray ass. He had his ass on his shoulders. Yep. Boom, 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 walking along. Well, they came to the window. The girl looks out, and Jackie Simple looks in, sees her. And then the donkey looks in too. And the donkey says, hee-haw, hee-haw. Yeah, I know. I sound pretty convincing. I know. Hee-haw, hee-haw. And for the first time in her life, she begins to, you know what happens next. She starts to laugh. It starts with a little kind of giggle, I suppose, and then laugh more, till finally she just cracks up and she's rolling around on the floor in her room, laughing. It's great to see. It's great to hear. Father comes running in. What happened, darling? You're laughing. Yeah, yes, Daddy, I'm laughing. Why? How? Points out the window. That young man, the nice looking one with the ass on his shoulders, made me laugh. Yeah. And the father says, well, can he ask you to marry him? Well, no, because I'm going to ask him first. And out the door comes the girl. Jackie Simple's just standing there with the donkey on his shoulders. Nice gray donkey, long ears, just like you, Eysele. Yeah. And she comes running up to him. Now, for this part of the story, let's go to slow motion. Okay, so turn on your mind movie, and this is like YouTube, I suppose, and take a look. Close-up shot. Here she comes. Beautiful young woman. Just picture, she looks just like you, beautiful girls and women listening to my story. And she comes running up to him. She throws her arms around Jackie Simple, and he's still carrying the donkey, yeah. Anyway, and she kisses him, and she says, I'd like to marry you. You made me laugh. And Jackie Simple, his heart was beating, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. And he said, whoopee! And he threw his arms in the air, and what do you think happened? Yes, Eysele, the donkey went, ah! Came running back. And Jackie Simple said, I'd love to marry you. Let's go tell my mom. Well, to make a long story a little longer, Jackie Simple and the nice young woman and her father, yeah, and am I forgetting anybody? And his new ass, his laughable new ass that made her laugh, uh, came back. And he came to his mom and he explained the whole story, and she was so happy. She was over the moon. They all started to dance around, and they even invited the farmer, and everybody came, the rich man. Everybody was there laughing and talking. And you know, they all lived happily ever after, as I hope you do, who might be listening to my story. I hope so. But the most important thing is they always had a story to tell. The story went by different names. The story of Lazy Jack, or the story of Jackie Simple and his laughable ass. And yeah, what? And donkeys tell it too? Yeah, what do you call that story? Oh, the story of the very nice donkey and some humans. That's what you call it, yeah. I think you guys are always the star of each. Yeah, I understand, Eysele. So if you like this story, because this is a folk tale, that means people tell it. One person hears it, tells it to someone else. Please tell it to somebody else. That's the best way. That's how the stories stay alive. And you know what? Nowadays people need to laugh a little bit. So please take this story and go tell it to anybody you know in the whole wide world who you think might enjoy the story. And Eysele will be back, I hope. And so if you ever just Google the storyteller's ass, you probably already did. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here listening. And Eysele and I will tell you more stories. But that's the story. We'll call it Jackie Simple and the Laughable Ass. Bye-bye.